A warm welcome to each one of you. This is the Naomi Talk Show with yours truly, Liz Kenywa. And kama kawaida, I would like to appreciate each one of you that has become part of the big family that we are becoming. Asanteni sana. Now, if it's your first time to come across our content, allow me to say karibu nyumbani. And this is what you expect in every episode we get to air. Every program that we get to air, you'll be equipped, you'll be inspired, and you'll be dedicated to do life the way God intended. Speaking of which, clothing, because that is what I want us to talk about. Umevaa nini? Ama unapanga kuvaa nini? And especially for us as women, oh my goodness, we are the only breed that can wake up one morning and say, sina kitu ya kuvaa. And your closet is full. Why now? Ni nini utusumbua? Men will always speak. Men will not have that kind of a problem that we have. So today, I have brought in a lady who is experienced. I want to tell you this. What she tells you about clothing can pass as law. She has the experience, the exposure. What else do you need? Amefika ile kategoria ya wahenga walisema. And wahenga's word is law. Are we together? So go and confirm what's in your closet. A few things here and there. Then you come back. Disclaimer, we are not telling you to do a total overhaul of your clothes. No. We just want to add a few tips here and there. Enlighten us. And before she even begins, as I was doing my research, I came across something that said what you wear can be like a dopamine in your system. It can trigger the happy hormone. And you're simply excited and happy the whole day, and you don't understand why. It's like you're on a sugar rush. A sugar rush kanapanda just because by what you choose to wear. Imagine that. So today we want to talk about the psychology of clothing. And the lady on set, I want to repeat, what she says can pass as law when it comes to what you're wearing, what you need to wear, and matters to do with fashion. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Na unakaa.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi everyone. My name is Linda Muthamia. I am a fashion designer and fashion educator. Yeah.
Fashion designer, fashion educator. Sisi hapa nje tunajua fundi.
Yeah.
So which is which?
So, okay. Fashion designer can be, you come up with the concepts, the ideas, and you can also tailor. Pia fundi, anaweza pia kuwa fashion designer because, you know, for you to tailor, you have to have some level of creativity.
Exactly.
So, you know, I believe as long as you're doing a good job, making your money, it doesn't matter what you call yourself. Yeah, as long as you're good. Yes.
So if you're very good at it, wacha kujiita fundi. Jiite designer.
Yes.
Lakini na pia ufanye kazi poa. Good job kama zile wanafanyanga. Hapo kwa psychology of clothing. What is it about the psychology of clothing that we really need to understand hapa in a layman's language?
Okay. So the first thing to know is that clothing is not just fabric and colors, and it is so much more. First of all, people judge you. The way when they see you like this, it takes a few seconds for me to make a subconscious conclusion about you. It's not very, like it's not, I'm not doing it willingly, it just comes. So I look at you and say, okay, this lady, I'll make some conclusions, yeah? That's one. The next one is yourself, the way you are dressed. Just like what you've said, it can give you this feeling of joy, gloom. And that's why, like when people go to funerals, you don't wear yellow, like what you're dressed in, to a funeral, right? Because colors mean certain things, right? So the psychology of dressing or fashion looks at the whole thing, how you experience yourself when you're dressed in different things, and also how others perceive you. There is something very interesting about that. Colors represent different things. So like, for example, yes, the yellow that you're wearing, it gives this joy and happiness and sunshine, So that day you find yourself just something different. And when you're going to an interview, you won't wear yellow, right? You wear something navy blue, black, because those are the colors that represent seriousness, they represent confidence. Then things like white, they bring out this fresh start, cleanliness. And that's why, what do doctors wear? A white coat. Hospitals, which colors are they? You never see a hospital that it's painted black or red, So all these colors mean different things. And so the psychology of this means that there's thought and a process in everything. When you see a commercial on TV or even an advertisement in like a picture, a photo shoot, there's thought. Those characters are dressed in a specific way so that they can represent that character properly. Yeah, even restaurants. When you go to restaurants, there are colors you won't find in a restaurant because there are colors that are appetizing, Like when you think about Java, what color do you think about?
That's what I'm trying to imagine. It's never crossed my mind.
Exactly. Yeah. There's that red and there's yellow. This happy green food, those are the colors. And interestingly, now it just goes beyond what you feel. I was reading about a research they did. They gave people jackets, these lab coats, and told them these are doctors' coats. And then they asked them questions and gave them tests that use their brain, things that you need to answer quickly.
Yeah.
Do you know when they wore the jackets, the coats for doctors, they had more intelligent answers. They did the the tests faster and better, as opposed to when they were told, another group now, they were told these are painters' coats, ni dust coat, So there's something that happens subconsciously that tells you, a doctor, they are clever, they're intelligent, they make good choices. And so now I am in that jacket. I need to be like that. Yeah. So subconsciously, it's happening behind the scenes. Yeah. It even has a name. It's called enclothed cognizance.
Wow. So, okay. Do I need to go look for white clothes? So, okay, speaking of now those colors, I'm also seeing their personalities that are more predisposed to loving
bright colors.
Very bright colors. Others are like, they want to play it safe. So they're oscillating between black, gray, navy blue, black, gray, navy blue. What do you have to say about that?
Yes, so it's true. Colors also do represent personalities. Yes, so you might find somebody likes the brightest of oranges and also print, like you want a big flowers and, very exuberant. So the personality of that person, you'll find that they're very jolly, very lively, very bubbly. The people who come into a room and they
arrive.
They are there.
Walk in. They arrive.
They arrive, they take over, and then there's somebody else who's, they don't like causing commotion, drawing attention. So they'll be in black, navy blue, gray. You'll never find them with a big bright yellow or orange with flowers, florals, or big prints, or even clothes that are like a different print, So that is something that you can tell the personality of someone by just how they carry themselves, the kind of shoes, accessories, hairstyles, makeup, all those things. And at the same time, I can make you think I am this kind of person by dressing a certain type of way. So it is not conclusive, because if I want to be taken seriously in a particular setup, then I'll dress a certain way. And if I want to be
or
told,
if the job demands.
yes, if the job demands, and if I want to be seen as whimsical and exuberant, then I'll dress a certain way. Like, for example, if I'm attending a fashion event, there's a way I'll dress that I will not dress if I'm going somewhere else, maybe to make a presentation or meet somebody for business. So all those things are in play here.
There's a fabric, there's an outfit I saw, I got a headache. Kitenge inawekwa 3 different kind of prints.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I saw it in Ghana. I was in Ghana and I was like, ay, it's but you see people in the streets, they're wearing it and it's looking so beautiful on them. But just looking at it from the shop, I'm like, nah,
nope.
I can't have 3 different kind of vitenges.
Yeah.
One has a very bright yellows here, then the outer one has got greens, and then there's a small piece here that has got yellow. Like, Father Lord,
yeah,
why are you doing this to me? So does also culture affect how we embrace clothing and the fashion?
100% it does, because if you observe Africans like bright colors, kitenges and bright, florals and all that. Though it takes some mastery to be able to pair prints together properly, because it can also be a disaster. Even in a house, you can have the carpet is one color, the curtains are another one, the sofas. You have to have some good coordination for it not to make. There's something called visual noise. Like it's just your eyes don't know where to look. It's too much. Yeah. So yes, and then you find, like, in the Western cultures, they like muted colors, solid colors. So I think also because we have lots of, our weather is nice and bright and sunny and yellow. So culturally we are very vibrant. Yeah, but now for the people with snow and dark weather, they even have all these seasonal changes in terms of clothing, whereby if you show up in this kind of outfit in winter, people look at you like, are you sure you're in the right atmosphere? Yeah, so I do believe culture has an impact. Yeah.
Wacha turudi pale kwa personality.
Yes.
And can someone's dressing style reveal aspects of their personalities?
Yes.
So how are you able to pick that from, just speaking to a layman here? What are some of the things they can say, who you, and not feel like, because utaitwa kwa harusi, and then some colors you're given, you're like, I just can't do them.
Yeah.
And then the person mwenye harusi ni yake anashindwa,
what's up?
Nini kinafanyika? Please clarify that and underline it and put it in bold for people to appreciate. That's probably mtu akikataa ama aki decline the kind of choices you're making. It's probably not because they don't like you, they don't want you even to be good. It's part of
who you are.
Who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You can find yourself. There are colors that are just not your style. Like, you're not naturally drawn to them. And that's just who you are, right? So like we said, you might find you don't want to wear something bright because you don't want to draw attention. Yeah. Or maybe you even have a bad memory with a specific color. Or it could be at this part of your life, you don't resonate with that color. Because, style changes. Yeah. When you were younger, I'm sure you had a different style. And now you're at this point of life. And so style changes depending on who you are, how you feel, what you're experiencing at that moment. There are times you want to be muted. Like you might find there's a season where you're wearing dark colors. That's just how you're experiencing life. And it's good to honor that, because there's a lot of things that happen internally. And if internally you understand yourself, then you'll know if I wear this, I'm not comfortable. Let me wear what I'm comfortable. And so it's important to know your style and what resonates at that point. And having said that, that's why we must also, you've had this term of fake it till you make it. It can be good, and also we can, yes, but we are taking it in the positive in terms of you dress for what you want to be, you know. So for example, if you declare, let's say you're a business person or whatever career you're in, and you're calling yourself a successful business person or a successful speaker, then dress like you're already a successful speaker. Because
dress the way you want to be addressed.
Exactly. Because that you will psychologically and subconsciously just start walking it, because you're embodying it. You won't even know how, but when you look nice and feel nice about yourself, you will have a difference. And the day you don't dress up, like the day you're doubting, I'm not so sure about these shoes, but let me just wear. That's the day you'll meet the people you don't want to meet. That's what happens. The day you're not looking nice, that's the day the people you wish you didn't meet, that's the day you'll see them, and they look at you like, hey, what's happening?
Na hapo ndio unatamani dunia ipasuke ikumeze.
Exactly. So just avoid all that. Just look nice every day. Be well and all that. Just
Great. Now, being in this industry for a long time, have you come across instances where someone's confidence changed just because by a choice of outfit that you helped them to make, or they made, or you convinced them to make?
Because when you find like the right outfit, it fits you well, then you feel confident. There's a phrase whereby that says there's no wrong body. You know how these days on the internet you see summer body, sijui snatched waist, all these things.
Zinapea watu pressure.
Zinapea watu pressure. But now we won't say there's this body is bad or this one.
The ideal body type.
There is no ideal body. Your body is the ideal body. The way you are ideal, because now what will we do?
Sijui nikuitishie offering.
You know, your body is the ideal because it is the one you have. So you take care of it and love it, because if you don't love it, who will do it? So what we do is we use fashion to dress ourselves according to our style. Our bodies are different shapes, height. Some parts are bigger, some parts are smaller, and so you use it. You know, fashion is not. We are not supposed to be slaves of fashion. It is there for us to use. So now that, going back to your question, it's you learn how to get a good tailor or designer who can tell you, I know you want this design, lakini kusema ukweli, this does not work for your body, but I can recommend for you this style, because then it brings out your waist properly, it brings out whatever your feature. So they work with your features and not try to fit you in something that has been seen trending. You know, like there's this
Pinterest.
Pinterest. Have you seen the backless dera? That's trending.
You go pick. I want this one. You torment your tailor, and your body type is not like that one on the Pinterest. And then we end up saying, huyo fundi
ni mbaya.
Hata msiwahi muamini tena. Consult your body type and shape.
Get to educate yourself. There are different types, there are bodies, you know. And so get the clothes that work for that body, because honestly, all bodies are good.
Wow, rudia hiyo tena.
There is no wrong
things.
body type. Na BBL, na sijui nini. Those, you know, for those who do them, power
God
to
bless
them.
You. We have no problem, but I like the fact that saying I need to embrace me, my body type, the way I am, and that is part of the confidence that will start building even before the outfit comes on my body.
Exactly, 100%.
And it's not every fashion that I need to embrace.
No,
backless there.
No. Those things look nice, yeah.
On
But
some people.
on some people,
Yeah.
yes. And if there are those who also, there's also this thing of body positivity. This is what we are saying. If you want to wear that and you feel it is appropriate, that's fine for you. Yeah. But if you don't feel comfortable and you're trying to be in trend, then just leave it. There are those that actually have a back. I don't know, we'll call them back full daras.
We call them the older
versions, yeah. And there are designers out here who've made interesting deras as well, like with shape and sleeves and all that. Because if it's a trend, if you're an entrepreneur, you know how to hop onto a trend and maybe modify it to the client who doesn't want to expose their back. So it's just about being aware of yourself, I think. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I think last year, are they called the kaftans? Aish. I think we overdid them.
And I understand why they were overdone. They fit everybody.
Yeah.
There are these types of clothing that if you sit and umekula vizuri, you can't sit comfortably. Ama if you stand kwa picha, you have to
swallow your stomach.
Yeah, you do. But the kaftans, they are free. You can be in it, whatever size, So you understand why some trends really peak, because the normal Kenyan woman is a certain size. Yeah. And she's happy that way. So, and the kaftans are beautiful, they are long. And easy so they work. They're easy to wear. Yeah. You don't have to think, okay, this is a top, now I have to think of a bottom. No, it's one. They are beautiful. You just throw that on sandals. You feel feminine, you feel floral, you feel beautiful and comfortable. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing you say is that in as much as we also want to appreciate our bodies, there are fashions that we can embrace without giving it a thought.
Yeah.
And then the other times we have to go like, wait a minute.
Is that
this one can pass? This one can pass. Nah. Because then there are other times you find us this gender.
Yeah.
And you're wondering, what happened?
Yes.
Did you really have to do this? Did you really? But since everyone is seemingly wearing this kind of outfit, is what's in the market right now.
Yes.
Twende nayo. Jikubali. Jikubali.
Just the way you are.
And you're more than good to go. Wacha tuingie kwa church. Faith-based.
Yes.
How are we able to balance modesty and still maintain the fashion and elegance? Because, sorry to say, we've seen extremes.
Yes.
Completely. I'm sure umeangalia kwa mtandao, and then you're seeing someone is somewhere on a pulpit and you're wondering, that was not for that space. In fact, if there was no cross or something indicating church, someone would say you are not in church, actually you're in the other side of life. Now, let's talk about the church setup. How can we then create that balance?
Okay.
We don't tell you old-fashioned, old way. We don't to force you to wear
maxis.
Because they also don't work for everybody, by the way. So how can you help us to balance the two and not lose either?
So first, I'll say you need to understand the context. Different outfits work for different scenarios. A good example is young people, the young professionals, or Gen Zs as we call them. They like ripped jeans. They also like sweatpants, Crocs, socks. You've seen that look.
Oh yes, I have them in the house.
Exactly. So you see, that's a very casual and relaxed sort of home look, especially with the sweatpants. And so you expect this person to understand where they are going to dress that way. And so I've met very many going to, class, school. Sometimes you look at them like, how am I supposed to take you seriously? You want to work with me, or you want to seek for work, and you're dressed that way. Another thing, like the ripped jeans, that's a trend. It's beautiful, it's nice, but some jeans are over ripped. Yeah. So all of it, you have to understand where you're going. Yes. Now, coming to modesty. Modesty doesn't mean boring. It doesn't mean, those old fashioned, remember those very long pleated skirts, the ones gathered, Kenya uniform. There used to be something like that a while back. So, part of being elegant and being confident in what you wear is wearing fitting clothing. There's a difference between fitting and tight.
Thank you.
Fitting.
I was just about to go.
Yes. There's clothes that they outline the body entirely, right? And you see, now if you wear that way and you're going to, let's say you're coming to church, and especially if you're serving and going in front of people, or even ushering and doing that, you're distracting people from what they should be doing. They're coming here to church, they're going to church to pray, to seek God, to connect. But now they are stuck looking at this figure 8, and that's not okay. Yeah. So there are clothes that fit well, but do not draw too much attention. It's in the same way, if you're doing a presentation at work, then don't wear the biggest, longest earrings when you turn, or even bangles when you do these. You're just ringing, making music. Because because you see, now you're drawing attention away from what you're doing. So even when you watch fashion events, the models shouldn't have too much makeup, or the hair is doing what, because the point is the outfit. So when you do too much, it distracts people from what you want the message to be. So that's what it is. With modesty, you need to be well dressed in terms of your neat, your in-fitted clothes that fit well, that look nice. Of course, length and fitting matters. There are these stretchy fabrics that just they grab, hold, and they hug. They do
everything together.
Yes. Then there are these things I've seen so popular. Let's say it's a dress, and it's made of jersey. Jersey is t-shirt fabric. Hey, those things, and then you're not properly structured inside, so that means you're not wearing the right underwear. You will be too much movement, yeah. And so that kind of look there's too much movement, and then you are going to just distract people from what they're supposed to be doing, So those outfits, there's nothing wrong with them. You just have to really know how to wear the right undergarments. Yeah. And so that you're not being that that distraction. Yeah.
Okay, I just remembered I saw one.
Yeah.
Everything was everywhere.
It was moving well.
And then you're like, yeah, my God.
Yeah. And then you see, when you dress that way, people already make judgments about you. What's your intention?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're coming for a meeting or a job interview, or even whatever it is, and you're dressed that way, then people will be like, okay, yes, you maybe you have the knowledge and all that, but what else do you want, So it's also understanding what do you want people to perceive about you? Where are you going? Is this the future? Is this your future? Is this who you want people to remember you as? Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's why then as I began, I said, you walk into a closet, there's an event you need to attend, and the woman says,
I have nothing to wear.
I have nothing to wear. And the entire closet is packed.
Yes, overflowing, in fact.
Yeah. So understand the occasion, be clear on how you want to be addressed and the perception you want to leave in people's minds. As they say, image matters, but usi overdo kwa hiyo image. Usituache na a lot of imaginations na maswali mingi. Tunaachwa tukishindwa. And I like what you said, modesty is not boring. Because the assumption is if you have to do this kind of, events and these spaces, you have to cross the lines when it comes to fashion because you don't want to look boring. No, you can be modest and stand out in whatever space you are going into. Now, let's say you have come across a client who wants to do a wardrobe makeover. What are some of the essential pieces that are a must-have to begin with? Tuseme hana millions to invest, but they want to do it gradually. So what are the must-haves?
Okay, so we can go from head to toe. The must-haves will include basics, solid colors, like let's say a shirt, need a white one, a blue one, even black, like or it can be light blue, like solid colors. So you cannot, that works with anything and everything, right? So there's a shirt, t-shirts as well, and also like tank tops. So you need those basic colors, tank blacks, white, spaghetti top. Tuita hivyo. So there are those inside things that just work with everything. And then jackets as well. You need like a nice blazer that works solids. We are starting with the solid colors. Blacks, the navy blues, the browns, so you can choose either of those. Maybe you don't like brown or you don't like black, but you can have a nice navy blue, any of those. Then the bottoms as well. You need, if you're a dress person, have a nice dark navy blue, same colors dress that you can use anytime, and it fits well. Remember, the word is fit well. And also
usiita majirani wakufunge.
Yes, to be sucked in and all that. So kuna hiyo, and also trousers. If you prefer skirts, that's fine, trousers. And then on the casual side, you need a good pair of jeans. If you like jeans, it could be jeans or those khakis. Are they called khakis? Khakis, just to start with.
Yes.
And then shoes as well. The solid colors, white sneakers or loafers if you don't want sneakers and flats. Heels. If you're a heel girly like you, me, I'm more of a boot kind of girl. So you need those basics. And then from there, you start now diversifying others. The other thing I'll mention is a belt, a good belt.
These thick ones, a trouser.
Trouser. And if it has any crack, please throw it away. So anything that is faded.
Why? Who revealed to you
that you have one that you need to get rid of?
The attachment you have with a nice belt.
Yes.
For a long time. You're like, can go one more time.
So something you could do, because we do get attached, like a belt. If you can find a way to remove the buckle and have it put on another one, because there's something that really lets people down. So you'll be looking nice, lakini handbag, where it's old. Those things betray, especially ladies. Hair, handbags, belts. Gentlemen will be betrayed by a bad belt that has cracks. No, those things really take away from the entire look. Just one small thing, So if you're redoing your wardrobe, you need to do an edit. Things that are faded, things that are old, tattered, all that, please get rid of them. If it is something that, was fantastic, you have worn it many times, it fits fantastic, but it's old, you can replicate it. You can go to a tailor, mwambie, I like this design so much, let's do it again. So it keeps living forever, but the old one, it's faded, it's out. Yeah, so that's something I would advise. So to invest in those pieces, and then from there keep growing. You see, the clothes that you have, like the basics we've mentioned, they can work with. You can wear them many times. So the tops you can wear with the trouser, with the skirt, the dress, with those shoes, sneakers, heels. So when you have that, and you can mix and match, you'll find you have very many outfits within very few pieces. Yeah.
Hacking it.
Yes.
And I thought of something just as we're having this discussion.
Yeah.
Some of those outfits, like the light ones and all that stuff, they need very good supportive documents to support inside.
Systems.
So how frequent should we look into changing our wardrobe, especially on the supportive documents?
Hey, first of all, those ones, these days there are so many options, right? So I feel like you should always have, if it's torn, first of all, let's just get rid of it. If it's torn, yeah, get rid of it, because they are there. There are many. They are available. Well, in the spirit of being sustainable, in the spirit of being sustainable, you can also mend, but kuna zingine they are unmendable. There are parts that are just yeah. So it should be, if it's old, the elasticity has gone, don't insist, just get something that it's fitting. And these things, it's just slowly. You buy one or two this month, and then the next time just keep adding pole pole, and just getting rid of the ones that are obviously old and they need to be released.
So do they also affect how the outer garment?
Yes, they do, because
and the appearance.
The appearance, because of how you feel. So you exude the confidence because you're well dressed from inside out, including how you smell. So grooming also now plays a part here. How you smell, how your hair looks, are your nails chipped, if you have nail polish. All these little things, they play a big part in how you show up, how you present yourself, even how you speak up. You'll find the day you're not feeling super confident, then you meet someone, you're like, you wouldn't even speak up, because you don't want people to look at you. Yeah. So all these things really matter.
Well, okay. So take care of the supportive documents. It is critical because it can affect the outer garments,
yes,
and the whole image. We have just about 3 minutes to, my goodness, imekimbia haraka sana. And now that you've mentioned chipped nails, I need to go check mine out. But haziko mbaya sana. See how we justify it.
Yeah.
What are some of the tips that we can adopt to look polished and not spend much?
Okay.
Because I think we also confuse looking good and
money,
spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
To look good.
Yes, that's true. And it's not necessarily that you break bank. One thing is, make sure your clothes are ironed. That is very important.
Ikuwe ni ya mtumba, ikuwe ni ya duka, ikuwe ni ya isili, iron.
Yes, ironing, it really elevates an outfit. See, when you see someone with creased, we judge them. Subconsciously, you're like, and why didn't they do something about that? So, ironed clothes, no faded things, or the things we say, the leather things, especially now there's so many pleather, not fake leather, the pleather things that are plastic, they crack, they may look nice for a short while, so none of that. If it's old, please get rid of it. Fitting, the right fitting, and then grooming. Make sure you look, hair, all parts of you really matter. Then there are some fabrics that don't work. So for example, if you're wearing, if you sweat a lot, don't wear polyesters and those kinds of fabrics, because they tend to smell, unlike cotton, because they don't absorb. But the cottons, the natural fabrics, you'll find that they really do absorb, and they don't smell. So natural, because natural things are good, right?
True.
So you might find, if you're a very sweaty person, just try and wear cotton t-shirts and shirts, and especially the upper body, because you don't want to be near people. Then they're like, who's that smelling? Yeah, so those are some of the tips, and just getting the basics, and then from there you grow small, keep adding. Get jewelry that works for you. There are people, I like rings. Whatever works for you, just get good ones. If they fade, and start getting, the way some of these earrings we buy in that street, they
that
start
one.
getting faded and green. Please get rid of them. There are so many. They are very affordable. Yeah, and just dress like you want to be perceived, basically. And it just starts with small tweaks. Yeah,
dress the way you want to be perceived, and it doesn't have to be expensive, because speaking of which, unaweza pata mtu amevaa nguo ya the other side of town, ukivuka Uhuru Highway ukienda pande hiyo, tells you the price, you look at the outfit and you go like, nah.
Yeah.
Mwingine ameenda na hapa chini, names with hell, amechukua, ameosha, amepiga pasi, and they look.
Yeah.
So what we're simply saying, please live within your means, dress within your means, but dress the way you want to be addressed.
Yes.
Na tuliongeza hapo, for those supportive documents, please keep replacing them. She said they are affordable. I agree. Very affordable these days. You can find them everywhere, anywhere. And especially ladies. Somebody say amen. Ladies. Hey, if you fainted today and people had to carry you, and by chance your dress just decided to go the other way, what are those documents they are saying about you? Please pay attention also to them. It's very important, because as she says, I'm just picking what she said, by the way. What you have on the inside affects how this we see. What we don't see affects and is affected, and it affects what we get to see. So dress the way you want to be addressed. Look good, look smart. And do we say dress your age also?
Well, there are some things that are timeless, yeah?
Yes.
So it's true. You can look strange wearing those, what are those things? The ones for your teenagers.
The Crocs.
The Crocs and socks. And yes.
And I show up in church.
Yes, and you show up and people will be like, hey, madam. Yeah.
Jikubali. Yes. Wow. There are those that you can walk around with them, continue with them, but then also you've got to be cognizant of there are those that utakubali tu miaka imekuacha. Body type yako pia ni muhimu. Hey, my take homes are many. I don't know what is your take home, but this has been a very informative session for us. I truly hope you've learned a lot, and we will definitely have Linda back with us here again, because there are some few fashion mistakes we need to stop making and we need to learn. So we end it here. I need to go work on my nails. One has chipped and it's like she saw it, but it is well. God bless you. See you next time.